Section 100, Extraordinary General Meeting. New attire today, new section today. So what is Extraordinary General Meeting? See, as I told you earlier also, Extraordinary General Meeting means it's a meeting which is called between the two annual general meetings. It's a meeting which is called between the two annual general meetings, right? So it's not a meeting which is going to be held only once in a year. No, 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 no. This is a meeting which can be held at any time in a year, any number of times in a year. When we talk about this extraordinary general meeting, what we need to understand, why do we need an extraordinary general meeting? Who calls for this extraordinary general meeting, or who can call for an extraordinary general meeting? What is the entire logic behind this extraordinary general meeting? Let's understand. Extraordinary general meeting. Listen to me carefully. As I talk about the provision of extraordinary general meeting, the logic is very simple. If members want the company to call or pass some resolution, if members want the company that they should call for a meeting where all the shareholders will come and they want some clarifications from the company, if at all the company wants to take any important decisions and it is not possible to wait till the AGM, in that case, what should we do? In that case, sir, we will call for an extraordinary general meeting. Is that clear, everybody? Yes? Okay. So here, what does the provision say? The provision says the board of directors have the power that if required, they can call for an extraordinary general meeting on their own also. That is suo moto. Suo moto. At any time, they have the power. Plus, other than that, the provision also says that if the board of directors feel, if they feel that it is necessary that the shareholders should meet to decide a particular matter which can be time bound, not possible to wait till the AGM, urgent, understood, or something like emergency. In that case, this type of a step will be taken by the board of directors of calling an extraordinary general meeting. It's not something that they will call just for time pass. No. Or in other words, if shareholders want that the company's shareholders, all the shareholders should meet, discuss, decide, and pass some necessary resolutions. And if the company is not going to call a meeting on its own, but as members, we want that the company should call for a meeting, then as members, we can make an application. As members, what? We can make an application to the company to call for an extraordinary general meeting. Yes, but then you as a member are making an application, or I as a member make an application, or we call 2-3 other friends and make an no. Not that way. They are saying if the members are making applications, then there should be, if the company is having share capital, then such number of members who are holding minimum 1/10 of the total paid up share capital. And if the company is not having share capital, then such number of shareholders who are holding minimum 1/10 of the total voting power. If this many number of members are there minimum, only then the general meeting can be called up. And then only it will make sense, no? Otherwise, if one single member every time makes an application for the company, call for general meeting, how will the company call for a general meeting? Is that even possible? Is that remotely also possible for a company? No, sir. It is absolutely no chance, not possible, and company cannot and will not call for the general meeting in that case. Am I right? Yes. So that is why, what is the provision over here? As you can see on the screen, guys, the board may call for an extraordinary general meeting, which we call as suo moto. Second, board shall call for an extraordinary general meeting where there is a requisition which is made, meaning a request has come from A, B, that is company having share capital and company not having share capital. We already said 1/10 of the paid up share capital or 1/10 of the total voting power. It will be the duty of the company to call for an extraordinary general meeting. What is the next provision? They are saying when you are calling for an extraordinary general meeting, who are you? You are the members. You are making an application to the company. That company, we are minimum 1/10. So say we are more than 1/10 only, we are more than 1/10 members, and we are calling for an extraordinary general meeting. So company As a request to you, please call for an EGM. What will the company do? What will the company do? Will the company call for the extraordinary meeting? Yes or no? Of course, yes, company will call, because they have said company has to call it. Now here the provision says, when you are making an application to the company, you cannot just tell the company, we are the shareholders and we want you to call for an extraordinary meeting, please call. No. That's not how it works. No. If at all you want to call for an extraordinary general meeting, you are making a requisition, a request to the company, you should specify. You should specify over there. Why do you want to call for the extraordinary general meeting? What is the reason behind you calling for this extraordinary general meeting? What is the logic? What is the purpose? What type of resolutions you are proposing to pass at that extraordinary general meeting? All these things should be clearly specified, disclosed by you in your requisition. Understood? So I have highlighted it in yellow, my dear friends. If you can see it, the requisition shall set out the matters for the consideration for which the meeting has been called, and it shall be signed by the requisitions, not requisitions. It's a spelling mistake. Requisitionists, by the requisitionist, and then sent to the registered office of the company. The board will have the power to call for the meeting within 21 days minimum, up to 45 days maximum. Today, if I am making an application to the board of directors, what will the board of directors do from today? Within 25 days minimum, 45 days maximum, board of directors will call for the EGM as per the requisition made by the shareholders. If the board of directors fail, if the board of directors don't call, then from today, when I made this application, from today, within 90 days, 3 months is what they are saying. Within 3 months, as shareholders, we will call for the extraordinary general meeting on our own. Yes, this meeting will be held as above by the requisitionists, which the requisition is calling. It will be held as a normal EGM of the company, which is called by the company, held by the company, conducted by the company. Everything will be same. Everything will be same. And whatever reasonable expenses we as members incurred over here for calling this extraordinary general meeting. And why did we have to incur the expense? Because you company, you did not call for the general meeting. That is why whatever expenses we had to incur over here, the provision says the company will reimburse. The company will reimburse to these shareholders. And why should the company also bear these expenses? Am I right? Why should the company also bear? The requisitionist made an application to the board of directors and they did not call for the general meeting as required. Company will reimburse to the shareholders and deduct it, minus it, reduce it from the salary of the directors. Salary of the directors is calculated as per section 197. CA final is calculated as per section 197 and it will be deducted from the salary of these directors. Clear? Newly inserted provision, they are saying an extraordinary general meeting of a company. Which company? Other than wholly owned subsidiary company of a company incorporated outside India shall be held within India. Naturally. So if my company is in India and my subsidiary company is also in India, not wholly owned subsidiary of my company, and my company is outside India only. If my company is outside India and my wholly owned subsidiary is in India, but wholly owned means entire 100% is with me only, and I am outside India, then I can hold my meeting outside India also, right? Because 100% shareholding is with me and I am myself outside India, it can be held from outside India. But any other company, extraordinary general meeting also should be held from within India only. Is that clear, everybody? Yes, that is your section 100, and I'll leave you with it for a couple minutes to copy the section. Thank you very much. See you in a couple minutes. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.